Thank you, President Casey. Good morning to our esteemed guests, honorees, and distinguished faculty. Good morning to the Board of Trustees, honorary degree recipients, and our commencement speaker, Dr. Ruth Simmons. Good morning to all administration, staff, and professors. Good morning to all of those watching the live stream on their computer screen. Good morning to all of the family, friends, students, alumni, and loved ones who have traveled by car, plane, train, bus, and yes, even hitchhiked all the way to share in our graduation celebration. And finally, good morning to the best class to ever set foot on this campus, the class of 2015. As I sat down in front of my computer screen, staring at the blank page on the screen, attempting to write this speech, I decided to do what every college student does best: procrastinate. So I took a walk around campus. As I went from Blackstock Stadium to South Quad, from the GCPA to the Hub, from East College to Academic Quad, all the memories of the past 4 years began to reappear in my mind. The memories of random nights of learning dance routines taught by the fiercest student choreographer, to cheering at every single Monon game, hoping and praying that this year would be the year we won the bell back. The sporadic moments of walking through the nature park, or late night walks across campus back to my room after long hours of doing papers at the last minute in Roy. I began to recall the memories of taking naps in the comfortable chairs of Bum Alley, to the sleepovers of freshman year in all the dorms of South Quad. The memories of getting ready to go out for the night with friends while debating whether or not to go to frats first and then the house party, or the house party and then frats. During these past few weeks, we have all had this stroll down memory lane. These memories have created and formed our DePauw story. From our first day during freshman orientation to our last first day of classes of senior year, we are asked the same introductory questions. What is your name? Where are you from? Are you posse? What is your year? What's your major? Which Greek house are you in? What are you involved in? What are you involved in? And the most dreadful question of all, so, what are you doing after you graduate from DePauw? The questions never ceased to end. On a college campus that prides itself on a strong liberal arts education, questioning everything is what we do. It's the foundation of our university. In every class we have ever taken, every open lecture we've ever heard, and every event we've ever attended during these past 4 years, we were challenged to ask questions. From asking questions about the reading material, to questioning a scientific hypothesis, to figuring out how all of this knowledge relates to the real world, and for some of us, asking the tough questions of whether or not college is really worth it. In the midst of all of this questioning, contemplating, worrying, and wondering, the ultimate question is simply this: who are you? After attending DePauw for 4 years, do you know who you are? As we venture out into the next chapter of our life story, I am reminded, in this great future, you can't forget your past. As we sit in these seats, patiently waiting to walk across the stage, we must not forget these past 4 years. We must remember when we used to sit in the chairs outside of East College, Abba observing the people walk by, as we would mingle with the good people we met, good friends we have made, and good friends we've lost along the way. We have to acknowledge and remember the good, the bad, and everything in between that led to this great moment. Recall how the endless laughter amongst friends, playing a game of campus golf or soccer in Bowman Park, or the simple moments of studying with classmates in Julian, taught you to appreciate the beauty of the little things. Reminisce on those crazy and outrageous nights of frat hopping, lock-ins with best buds, or midnight swims in the president's pool that somehow led to arriving at the Duck with the person on the roof of your car to enjoy every second like it's your last. Remember the big victories and accomplishments of winning championships, being a Fulbright recipient, getting that job or internship you desperately wanted, being the first Black person and Black woman to ever win Miss Black and Gold, being the first Black person and Black woman to ever win the Walker Cup. Or simply passing a class or exam you thought you didn't do so well on. Those achievements are reminders that you are capable of doing amazing and incredible things in your life, even if it seems impossible. Also, remember your doubts of possibly not being able to attend another semester due to finances, fears of possibly not being able to graduate, your moments of self-doubt because you were the only person of your background in your class or major, or the doubts of how you were going to survive another day on this campus. Recall those moments of failure, failing a class, not getting the job or internship you applied for, failing to keep a promise, or simply not succeeding in getting up for your 8 a.m. class. Those moments of fear, doubt, and even failure are reminders that you will fall short and make mistakes simply because you are human. The ups and downs, the highs and lows, the never-ending papers, readings, exams, lectures, events, and meetings were attempts to get us to open our eyes and look within. Are you satisfied with the life you're living? These moments and times, the ones we are proud of and the ones we regret, cause us to look within ourselves and reevaluate the life we are living or the story we are telling. Are you telling a tale and living a life of instant gratification that comes and goes like a summer breeze? Or are you telling a tale and living a life of lasting satisfaction that is deeply rooted like a tree? Although our time at DePauw has come and gone, our life stories are deeply rooted on and around this campus. Just like the roots of trees in a forest or the seams of a blanket, our stories have been intricately woven and tied together during our time at DePauw. Your story has been shaped and molded by the interactions, conversations, and time spent with professors, classmates, acquaintances, friends, opponents, adversaries, and yes, even those haters. For some of us, our DePauw story began long before stepping foot on campus as recipients of a full tuition scholarship and chosen to attend this university as a group. While for others, our DePauw story began with the legacy left by family members who attended this school many years ago. Our DePauw story began in our first-year mentor groups, where at the end of each group meeting, you are reminded that you are wonderful. Our DePauw story has been shaped by the people in your classes who opened up and shared their personal stories of strengths and vulnerabilities in order to create something truly remarkable, communion. The people living in your dorm, your duplex, or your Greek house shaped your story in redefining the true meaning of home. All of our extracurricular activities, clubs, community service organizations shaped our DePauw story by teaching us to excel in our efforts of helping others and to exalt the praises of our communities. Our DePauw story has been shaped by the new people we met this weekend at the Duck, who made you realize how great and powerful DePauw students truly are. Each person you have encountered during these past 4 years is not only a part of your DePauw story, but also a part of your life story. Like DePauw has taught you to do, you are probably asking yourself a few questions. What's the point of telling your life story? What does this speech have to do with the next chapter of my life? Telling your story assists you on your journey of figuring out who you are. In telling your tale, you are recalling your past and the past of those who came before you. You are reminded that your strengths, weaknesses, triumphs, and failures are all a part of who you are today. By sharing your narrative, you are becoming a part of other people's stories. You are being intricately connected with and imprinting yourself in the lives and memoirs of people around you. By proclaiming your story, you are declaring that you exist in this world and that your life matters. Since your life is woven into the lives around you, those lives, in turn, matter as well. By telling and sharing your tale, you're able to figure out who you are. When you figure out who you are then able to get up, stand up, Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up, don't give up the fight. In proclaiming your life story, you are standing up for your right to exist in this world, just the way you are. In exclaiming your life narrative, you are continuing the fights for freedom, the freedom to live and prosper in this world as a full, self-actualizing, self-governing human being. Your life story, my life story, our life stories are songs of freedom because all we have ever had are redemption songs. So, to the class of 2015, I leave you with these final words. Tell and share your life story with each person you meet and every place you go. Tell it by your words, your actions, or just you being you, because your story, your life matters. Get up, stand up, and sing your songs of freedom because every little thing is going to be all right. You get me? Thank you.